Hi guys, Mr. Jaeger here, and welcome back to another channel update. Huzzah! And welcome to March, or at least a little bit into March. So yes, things have happened. I have been hit pretty hard with this cold, and it's still kind of lingering around. I'm kind of feeling very sluggish at points, and I'm like, ugh. So this one has definitely taken it out of me, so hopefully going to be recovering and feeling more active at some point in the near future. But still, it's definitely been a bit of a rough period, and unfortunately, there is some bad news in terms of the channel stuff, which I'm not going to say for definites, but it is definitely something that, if it is what I'm saying it is, then there is going to be some real big changes in terms of content for this channel. But going back into positive things for a moment, live stream stuff. So at the time of this recording, I had a stream today, and we played some Minecraft, so that was all good. And plans for the future of live streaming is we're going to hop into the Guild Wars 2. I think the next stream I'm going to be making, which will be at next week, it's going to be the first episode of episode 1 of Living World History, which is, yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Living World, not you know what I mean, the Living World story thing, because if you may recall, I went into Guild Wars 2 way back when, and basically wanted to complete everything that I hadn't done in Guild Wars 2. And one of the things I hadn't actually got around to doing was getting into was playing the first episode of Guild Wars 2, because they've released it as a kind of instance mode version thingy-mabob. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. Because obviously, having played Guild Wars 2 all the way up till the DLC, the end of Dragons, I had not actually completed all of the Living World story. Now I've completed all of the Living World story up till the end of Dragons. I now feel like the only way I can really proceed is to complete the first episode before finally completing World of Dragons, which is cool. And yeah, so that's going to be the plan. I'm going to be doing some live streams covering that content and completing that finally. So that's going to be that sorted, which is going to be great. Minecraft, we are, I believe, approaching the end of Minecraft, or at least the end of this series of Minecraft, which is, fair enough. It's all pretty cool, and everything's kind of working out in that respect. So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm trying to think of anything in particular that's going to be mega important. Obviously the other thing is going to be in terms of for content, in terms of things, it's like I'm trying to figure out what else could be a plan. I do have a kind of an idea, but depending on what's going on in the future, things may adjust. But again, I'll give you an update closer to the time period once we figured out what's going on. So going to normal content, Empire is proceeding along nicely, as is BattleTech. With BattleTech, there's a bit of an update in terms of I'll tell you guys on the episode itself, but just to sort of say, I've been speaking with a friend of mine, and who's like a mega Chad when it comes to knowledge of the game of BattleTech. So he's been able to completely retrofit all of my mechs, so they should hopefully perform better. And also, I might be referring to him outside of recording, so I can actually get the best kind of knowledge when it comes to like heavy mechs and all that other jazz, because there is some serious important stuff coming on, which I'm like, ooh. So yeah, no, big win for that one. So that's definitely a plan in regards to that. What else is in terms of news? So Empire's progressing along nicely. We're getting towards that stage, and we're also doing the stage of that. So what is the bad news? Right, better rip the band-aid off. It might be the case that the Hearts of Iron 4 series I'm running is no longer playable. So, unfortunately, the game has done its thing again and updated. And because I wasn't totally aware of the release date of this DLC, there's been an issue where one of the baby updates prior to this DLC coming out was enough to bugger the map. Then, unfortunately, because I caught the cold, I wasn't able to record enough to be able to finish the series in a way that I liked it to be. So, technically speaking, we have won the series. At the time of this recording, I don't know, I can't quite remember which episode is out depicting it, but we've won the series, in a sense. The base objective, which is colonize the Aduna, take the entire eastern seaboard over. So I won't count this as a 100% defeat, because obviously the original intention was just to clear it out, and the big thing at the end was just more of a, you know what, fuck it, let's have a laugh kind of thing. But I am also getting incredibly fed up with how Hearts of Iron 4 works, in the sense that the tiniest update, some jagoff decides that Brazil and the Southern Americas need to have some new focuses for an official sense, and that somehow buggers the entire game, that I'm to the point where I can't play it. Now, I am aware that there's probably the reason why it's so sensitive in my particular case is because it's not just the normal world that is affected, but the entire, I'm with Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues. It's a pretty substantial mod, but it just irritates me that there are other games out there that has just as much of a fucking change, and more so, yet they don't get affected with fucking updates. So yeah, no, I'm not happy with Hearts of Iron 4, and I am tempted to change my recording systems for it, because the thing is, one answer could be in regards, we're going to have a slight run here, but basically, how I do content, how I've always done content, is basically, I find it fun. Like, this entire channel is built on, I do this as a hobby, because I like certain games, I like to play certain games, and part of the motivation for playing certain games is so I can record it and share my experiences with you guys. And it's like, when I encounter something that isn't fun, I don't really like playing it, or things are irritating to me, I don't tend to like the recordings, because either A, it basically is just someone raging at the screen and there's enough of those around, B, you don't get the passion from it, and I don't feel like you guys should be dealing with passionless projects, and C, I don't want to do the passionless projects. I don't want to have to deal with the aggro and stress of something like that. So it's like, it's like a lose-lose-lose scenario. So for me, when it comes to Hearts of Iron 4, the only way I think I can normally do these bloody things in order to 100% ensure that the video series is complete by the time I finally finish it is if I do absolutely nothing but that fucking game. Like, I'll have to put everything else on the fucking blocks and record like 10, 20 episodes in order to ensure that maybe there's a decent chance I'll finish the damn series before some jack-off in some official capacity decides to update the thing. What's really irritating in this particular instant is that there's not actually any gameplay changes happening in this update. This update could probably have never have come out, and everything would have been fine. But no, there needs to be some DLC, and it's like, could you not have done that? Or better still, could you have made the game a little bit easier so that whenever someone decides to mod or updates the game, or so whenever someone decides to mod the game, whenever you decide to just release a fucking patch, the entire thing doesn't come crashing down like a bunch of matchsticks? It just fucking annoys me, because the thing is, I like making these series close to the time so I can get a commentary feedback between me and and people who view it. So if people give me advice, they're not having to wait 5, 6, 7 episodes ahead before I go, by the way, I just released the episode 5 episodes ago, and I'm going to take the advice of that person, because then A, it seems like I don't pay attention to YouTube subscribers. B, it means that the advice that they ask for, they talk to me about at the time is now considered useless because I'm 5 fucking episodes ahead. And C, I end up like, I also then means that, again, I have to no-life the fucking game to do so. And it's like, I do get bored of these things on occasion. So, no, I'm honestly, if I can't fix this, if I can't hop on the game, and I can't fix the series, which I'm not holding my hands out for, if I can fix it, I'm going to have to no-life it, but if I can't fix it, I'm going to have to chalk this one up to, unfortunately, that is the end of this series. I'm really sorry we couldn't finish it. It was getting to a really good point as well, and unfortunately, there is nothing that can be done. You know, it really sucks that it has to be this way, but that's the case. And I'm not going to record Hearts of Iron 4 anymore. It sounds a bit like I'm shooting myself in the foot because of all the series I've done, Hearts of Iron 4 seems to be the breadwinner of my channel. But it's like, I don't want to have to deal with the shit of Hearts of Iron 4 if I can't bloody record it as soon as some asshole decides that Paradox decides to release a DLC that fucks the entire game over every time I go near the damn thing. Then I'm sorry, but I just don't find that to be fun. I don't want to have a fucking panic attack every time I see the downloads thing go up and I see Hearts of Iron 4 go on the ping, because I think, fuck, does that mean I can't play the game anymore? Do I have to wait until every modder I've subscribed to, which I've reduced the fucking mod load to the point where it's like 1 or 2 mods at the most, or mods that I know will be updated? Because that's the other thing. I can't go for abstract mods. I can't go for small, little, tiny shit things that makes me think, oh yeah, that's really cool, because I know that it's just a passion project by one random dude, that the moment it goes up by 0.01, the entire thing falls apart. So I just get fucking sick and tired of it. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I want to play a game that I can hop into and out of as much as I want, where it doesn't fucking do that. Rant over. So that is the situation with Hearts of Iron 4. I don't want it to be this particular situation. I just feel like the only way I'm going to get any sanity when it comes to recording content is to say, fuck it, and throw middle fingers in the direction of Paradox, because they've made a game that, for some reason, despite having an extensive modifications list with incredible, brilliantly well-designed and fantastically innovative mods, they've made a game that fucking dies every time some idiot at Paradox decides to suggest content for it, even if it doesn't affect the overall gameplay features. It's not like Paradox have done really well when it comes to games re-releases in terms of like in terms of things like Skylines, where that's all falling apart, or you know, the ever sprawling Stellaris DLC slump, where literally you have to spend about 500 quid just to catch up. So no, again, I'm at the point now where it's like, I don't want to have to deal with the stress of that. It sounds petty, but it's my channel. I don't find it enjoyable. I don't record it. So if you do find that that's the kind of, I said, I'm gonna try and do something for it. I will make a separate channel post to say, by the way, this is gonna be it. So if you haven't watched this, the channel update, watch it. But I will put a channel post to sort of say, hey, this is the situation with Hearts of Iron 4. Doesn't work, not going to do it. Or, hey, good news, Hearts of Iron 4 does work. I won't probably record it again after this series, but it works now, so it means I'll be able to get that sorted at least. But anyway, I've rambled long enough for you guys, and I need to render this thing as soon as. So, thank you all so very much for watching, and I do really appreciate you supporting the channel. Thank you all so very much once again, and I will catch you all in the next one. This is Mr. Jaeger signing out. Have a good one, guys.